Never fucking stopped you before. Come on.
Hello, I am Lucas Paquetá. I'm very happy to be here. Come on, you guys.
Hello, and oh look, we're the wrong way round. Hello.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that right.
Again. Welcome back to West Ham Network on this Wednesday evening, or Thursday morning for you, Kieran, yes?
Is indeed, mate. Is indeed. Thursday morning, 7:30.
Yeah.
We're fucking hitting 28 degrees already, I think. Goes over, it's better. Now I can see you now.
Yeah, that's
Yes, it's warming up. Goes over, beautiful. Beautiful. We're hitting 30-degree days, you know. So, it started.
One day beautiful, next day perfect or something, isn't it?
Beautiful one day, perfect the next. You know the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in that time of year that it's a bit like that. Until the fucking floods come and then the bushfires.
Yeah. And then you're in trouble.
Yeah, well, you are if you're in the path of one of them, you are, for sure.
Yeah. So, what's been happening in the land of Oz then, mate?
Not much, mate. It's been fairly quiet in Australia. Sharks are quiet, crocs are quiet, dingoes are quiet, magpies have been chirping a bit. It's coming into magpie season now. See, when they nest, don't they? And then they start attacking everyone. So I'd imagine we'll see a few magpie attacks in the next month. They'll be attacking every fucker on a bike.
We'll have to put that on an headline, wouldn't we? Magpie attacks Kieran.
Do you know, but I know I might have said this to you before, Budge, right? These scientists believe, mate, that they're so intelligent, these magpies, a bit like the crows, that they recognise up to 50 faces. So every time I have a magpie in front of my garden, right? And he's sitting out there, probably digging out worms and things out. And I always say hello to him. And he doesn't move. I walk right past him and he doesn't get scared. And I'm just saying, you know, I'm not sure if that's male or female, but if it's nesting, it ain't going to attack me because he knows me. That's my theory. We'll find out.
Well, you know, like you say, if they don't forget a face and he's a regular in your garden and you never trouble him, he's not going to expect you to ever trouble him, so he's not going to trouble you, is he, you know?
That's the theory, guys. I'll feed now and again. I'll throw him a bit of bread or something, you know. So hopefully I'm in the good books for that stuff. Because when they go at you, mate, they go. They really do attack.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. It's kind of weird that we're talking about the season of them nesting and that coming up, and one of our next games coming up is going to be Newcastle, isn't it? You know, the Magpies.
Yeah, the Magpies. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Let's hope it's not a sign.
We're going to get attacked there. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Right, let's have a little quick look in the chat. I know there's probably 6,000 bloody comments already. So let's
annoying that, I know they comment things. Oh God, it's too long already.
Oh God, yeah. Right, so I'm looking up there to be able to read it properly. Hello to everyone, Budgie Cieran. I hope you're both doing well. We are in a must-win territory now with Loppy. If he goes, then that's it for me. If he goes, then the attention goes towards Sullivan. If he loses, then that's it for me. Okay, Randy, thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, and there's another novel. If we don't beat Everton, then Loppy goes. Ultimately, the next head coach will define Sullivan's reign. He will not get many second chances to rectify his mistakes if he messes up again. And Sully goes. Well, that's not really down to us to decide, is it? You know what I mean? He holds all the cards on that one, Randy. I think it's very important to point out that for the next head coach has to be outside the box and something different and progressive. Not Premier experienced coaches are that free. Yeah. Well, you know, it really depends on what they get. You know, what they're prepared to pay. At the end of the day, it's all about what they're prepared to pay, Randy. Lastly, I think if we appoint a new head coach, you'll personally get Sebastian Hoeneß from Stuttgart. Plays good football, plays 4-2-3, one formation that suits the players that we've got. Yeah, I agree with that to some degree. I don't know a lot about him. Sebastian, honey? Don't know.
Yeah, Mark.
Good evening, Mark. Can we talk about music tonight? Is West Ham so boring? Well, we will chat about a bit of music.
Fucking hell, Mark. Sure.
Let's get the.
Well, is he?
Let's get
He's
the
right. What? I'm Granby.
Apparently he's linked with Leverkusen, but also Premier clubs wanting him. £5 million release clause. I hope we can get him.
Oh, that's fucked it.
After what has happened, kind of, yeah. Loppy's situation for the start was always the red flag. Even former Porto player criticised his training section, saying it was boring. Right now, Loppy has no excuses if we lose. Randy's been busy typing tonight. Yes, we do. We're going to get to the Kudos bit in a second. I was just really going to say hello. Damien, good evening to you, sir. Yeah, and a centre forward in January, agreed. Locks is in a tough situation with full squad available. It could have been an easy day at the office, but Alvarez and Kudos missing, not so much as his own fault. Yes, indeed. Right, I'm going to skip a couple of these comments. Happy's in house. Good evening, you fecking amazing hammers. You, dear. Me saying hello. Evening, Brendan. Evening, mate. I'd be saying hello to everybody. Howard, good evening to you, sir. I hope you're doing well, mate. Everybody. Right, I'm not going to be doing the music ones yet, boys. Right, okay. Howard's on the music as well. Colin, good evening. Nice to see you. Usual. Good evening to you.
Fucking hell, I thought he was talking to someone else in the chat now. I went, oh my God, that one's gone mad. Was that a lyric?
Yeah. Who else is in? Right, usual change. Day as babysitting the grandchildren tonight. Well, yeah, and I agree. If they're youngsters, usual, you shouldn't let them listen.
Just lock them in a cupboard, usual, mate. They'll be right for an hour.
An earbud in one ear is a good idea, though, mate. You know, I always say. Shame usual stick to you. Right, who else? Leslie, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
Okay.
Sarah, good evening to you. Happy questions. Okay. Which three of you have not liked the channel yet tonight?
I never do.
Me neither, but I'm not watching it on YouTube. So.
Excuse me.
Right, Cookie Hammer. Good evening to you, buddy. Thank you for joining.
Okay.
Evening, Budgie Smuggler, and our very own fuckface.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. West Ham faithful, Magpie attacks, and we're playing Newcastle in a couple of weeks. There you go.
Yes, mate. It's happening.
But who else we got? Oh yeah, look. See if we get Moyes for a third time.
Okay. Oh man, wouldn't that be funny if he came back?
Oh God,
that'd be funny as fuck. I would just give up and just laugh.
Good evening, James. Thank you for joining. Right, who else is in? I'm skipping loads of comments. Colin saying good evening to us.
Colin.
Thank you, Colin. Right, we'll get on to that in a moment. Good evening, Lawrence from
What?
Lexington, Kentucky. Right, okay, so that's sort of everybody that's in the chat so far. Right, so it's now been confirmed that Judas has been given an extra 2-match ban and a
I didn't know that.
£60,000 fine,
60 grand.
60 grand, and the club got fined 30 grand. How does that work out?
I don't know. I don't know why the club's liable for that, man.
Well,
Yeah,
keeping your employees or whatever under control. I suppose I do understand the club getting fined, but why exactly half of what the player gets fined? Maybe, just maybe, I think they might have gone a bit heavy on
That's
Kuda.
yeah. Mate, he lost his head out of frustration. And I think it's a culmination. Look, you can't moan about it, man. He kicked the geezer on the floor, he slapped one geezer across the head, and then slapped another one. You know what I mean? Not one of them was seriously violent. He weren't going to hurt no one with any of it. But this day and age, geezer, you know, it's a harsh punishment, 5 games. But that, you know this when you set up in the Premier League these days with the rules that they are.
Yeah.
Violent conduct is not looked upon very nicely. So you get what you get. It's horrendous.
I heard from a source today. Now, this guy isn't even a West Ham fan. He's not connected to the club in any way. But his dad is a professional referee. I don't know what his name is, but this guy's name is Simon. Anyway, so he tells me that a conversation was overheard in the tunnel on his way out, Kuda, and apparently he told the fourth official to fuck off and leave him alone.
Yeah, well, that could be a part of it.
Why he's been given such a heavy fine. Because they're saying
it could be
with our officials either.
Because when the referees submit their report, that'll be in it.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it all adds up, goes up.
Yeah, I'm imagining that's the reason why they've gone quite heavy on him, because he obviously has told a match official to do one.
Yeah.
So
look, the money's immaterial. You know, it doesn't matter to anyone really, does it? That's half a week's wages for the boy. You know, that's what you got to look at. It's all relative. The money, for us as a club, man, we're still going to be paying him for them 5 games missing, right? Yeah. We're paying him, right, over £500,000 to sit on his arse because of his mistake. What that should be done by the club is he doesn't get fucking paid, right? If you want to be harsh and do right, you ain't getting paid while you're banned because you were so ridiculous. Because you got sent off 3 times there. You've done 3 offences that were all sending off. And but that won't happen. So we're going to pay him over £500,000, right, to sit on his ass because of his mistake. Yeah. So the 60 grand, you know, powers into insignificance. Well, it really does.
Happy says that Kudos will find that down the back of his sofa. 50 grand. Right, this is an interesting one from Cookie, actually. He says, Spurs admitted and got 20k. We appealed to get Kudos off, and we end up with 30k. Kudos get 5 instead of 6, so we paid 10k for 1 less game. Okay. Good evening, Stuart from Malden in Essex. Nice to know, Stuart, where these people are watching and tuning in. Very nice, thank you, Stuart. Spurs are at it again, mate.
Yeah, you're a bit far away. Mate, you can hear them.
I was chatting with my mate Jenick the other day. Did a little podcast with him for his channel. And he said he likes to watch us when on a Wednesday. He said I really like all the birds in the background.
It annoys the shit out of most people, especially if they're wearing headphones. And goes right into them. But
Yeah.
they're not in the garden. I can hear them from a distance, but they're a bit loud when they're right behind me.
Yeah. Brendan's saying, tell him I've got this fair game, pointed people to them. Lawrence, good point here. He says, our team lacks discipline. Great point. Look at Alvarez. Both players are not looking at the bigger picture and their actions to the team and club, of course. Kudos will be fresh for our start of the season. Leicester, first game, let's hope it's with a new manager. Cookie says.
Well, we've got to go and, I suppose, and touch on that Forest game, right? Because that was our 10th, wasn't it, Geezer? And I said I'd make my mind up about this Geezer, 10 games in. And I predicted we'd lose probably 2-0, 2-1. I didn't expect us to win there. I think Forest are a really good outfit. They're in form.
Yeah.
And they've got their centre-half pairing at the moment. It's probably the most informed centre-half pairing in the league with that Murillo and Jekovic. And so I got up to watch the game. Goes up in the morning. I got up about 5 in the morning and said, right, I'll put it on now. I didn't watch it live, but I don't know the score. I don't know anything. And then I saw the lineup. And I went, oh, fuck, we're going to lose 3 or 4-0. As soon as I saw the lineup, I went, we're fucked. 3 at the back. The most informed centre-half pairing in the league, we stick Bowen up front against them. I'm looking at him going, you're fucking mental. Paquetá on the right is crazy. Fucking, some of it weren't even playing hard left wing. He seemed to be coming like an inside left, fucking defending half the time. I'm going, Alvarez was running around, and I was screaming at the telly before he got sent off. Stop. Calm fucking down, man. You're like a bull in a china shop here. Calm down. We had a midfield with no creativity. We had Paquetá out in the right. We had Alvarez, we had Guido. And I'm going, oh my God. And Alvarez kept stomping up forward, up near and Bowen. And I'm going, this is all over the shop, man.
It is.
And then it had to get sent off. And plus, Geezer, in that first half, we could have had 3 people sent off. And I think they should have been. The Guido one, when he came storming back, and it was Morgan Gibbs-White, and he studied him in the back of the ankle when he was going through, gave a free kick outside the box. That was a sending off. I'm surprised they didn't really look at that. That was really fucking bad. And then you had Somerville, when the geezer was dragging him down. I've had this before when I've been battling with a right winger when I was playing right back and that, and or a big centre forward, and they're grabbing you, and you both go down. And I tried to leave something on him, just a little knee or a fucking, just to let him know. And you see Somerville purposely kick him in the head. And it's, if you play football, you know he done it on purpose. That was another chance of being sent in off. Yeah, we got away with 2 sending offs there. I'm telling you, they were amber, like this, more than a yellow, both of them. Yeah, I thought the Guido one was a definite.
Definitely.
So,
Leslie, Trump won. Yeah.
Trumpy won. Good boy, Trumpy. Well done, sir.
My theory is extra to our best players. Right, yeah, that's a good point, Colin.
Colin, it's easy, because to me, I didn't. Loppy didn't excite me. I went, oh my God, is that it? That's what we're doing? All right. So, but as we all do, right? We don't know. Give him a chance. But you do have that confirmation bias as time goes on that you didn't want him, and he's shit, and his decisions are shit, his lineups are shit. They're not working. There's no progress, and you more so want him out there because you didn't want him in the first place. Yeah. And this is that 10th game. After watching that, and yet again, you can't keep coming to half time and then try and save it and throwing bodies on everywhere. That seems to be the solution now. I fuck it up for 45 minutes, then I throw bodies on to try and save it. It's fucking hopeless, man. Can he turn it around? I don't know. But I've never seen a team look more clueless than that team. And I don't believe it's just down to the players, even though a lot of it is. I just think they don't know what they're doing. He wants a West Ham to be a more possession-based team who can't pass the fucking ball 10 yards without giving it away.
Yeah.
Where's these players that can Again, I watched all the fucking highlights of the Premier League last week, mate, and some of the football played by a lot of the other teams below us is so much better than what we're doing. We're just giving the ball away. We're passing it around the back. Yeah. Then we're trying to... We got Wan-Bissaka and Emerson playing fucking wing-back in that game. Neither of them are wing-backs, geezer. They can dribble. They can run. But they're not wing-backs. They never have been.
No.
Oh, God, fuck me.
Their strongest attribute, to be fair, is their defending. Both of them.
Exactly.
You know?
So we go through the back and use them as wing-backs, geezer. And you've got to look at the lineup there. Like, we had 8 defensive... If you include a goalkeeper, there's 8 defensive players playing in that midfield. Right? And then you've only got Paquetá, Bowen and Somerville. And Somerville was defending more than he was attacking. So you've got 9 of your team defending, and we can't defend. How the fuck does that work? We're letting him go.
9 in your team defending and concede 3 goals. Quality.
Chris Woods is one of the impulse strikers of the Premier League at the moment. Yeah, he can score a header at 6 yards out, standing there on his own. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Brendan says, should we stick with throw-ins or move to kick-ins? Time wasting instance and 90% are foul throws, but not calls. That is football chat, bud. No music allowed. But should we move to throwing? That's a good question, though. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's been spat around, a few years ago about not bothering with throw-ins and just kick it in. I know it's just always been part of our game, geezer. I think it'd be hard to make such a fundamental change in getting rid of throw-ins.
There are players that specifically train themselves for that.
Well, yeah. Rory Delap, mate, was good at doing it. Antonio, not so much.
You look at Sofel,
but I will say this, Brennan. When I watch a game that's not live, but I've got the full game. Every time it goes out of frame, I skip 30 seconds, and they still haven't taken the fucking throw. So it does waste a lot of time. It wastes a lot of time off the clock. Throw-ins, it really does.
Emergency services going past again.
Coming for me, son.
Coming for you, mate.
Someone's grassed me up, geezer.
All that gold bullion from the fucking Brinks-Mat heist, I reckon.
Yeah, thank you. Someone's fucking made a phone call.
Yeah, exodus of our best players will be next summer, whoever's in the dugout, says Mark. Fair point. Neil, good evening to you, sir. Evening from Northumberland. Do you think the lack of discipline is the sign of the players have given up and want out of the club? That could possibly be the case.
I wouldn't say that it's that now. I just think there's a lot of frustration around these players because of these new way that Loppy wants to play. I don't think it suits a lot of the players, and they're frustrated. And that frustration, when you feel like that, comes out on the pitch. Now I know Alvarez, with all the best intentions he had, it was crazy. I could not stop shouting at telly, stop. You're going to get... And even the first yellow, pulling the geezer back on the halfway line. Why? Just let him go, man. Why take an early yellow like that? It doesn't make sense. A footballing sense in your head. You are a tackling machine. You can't be on a yellow early. And then to dive into the next one, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah. Have a little bit of sense about it. I appreciate the passion, but sometimes a bit of common sense needs to come into play. I'm showing none of it.
I mean, he kind of reminds me of some of the players back in the day when, it was really hard to even get a yellow card.
Geezer, if we were in the 80s now, fuck you, keep going, Alvarez, right? And he probably wouldn't have had 2 yellows by now. He would have got a yellow for the little pullback.
Players out there like Stuart Pearce and, the likes of Keane and that.
Roy Keane.
They helicopter you and still wouldn't get a yellow card out of it.
No.
Cookie says, Kieran, he absolutely agrees with you, but Forest are trained in the dark arts. They are. Every touch they went down. People landing their defender, Lord in their defender, he got a clip, went down. The only time Forest stayed on their feet was at 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I only got one look. That Guido challenge I've got, my word, I see him catch him, and he dived in from behind him and studded him in the Achilles. That could have been nasty, man. And to me, he meant it. And I was going, wow. I think we got away with it, you know?
yeah.
Just really do. Like I say, Alvarez, regardless, all these players now, you know, prefer to go down and get a free kick because it works. And get people booked and get people sending off. It works. How many times we see Paquetá fucking on his ass?
Yeah.
When he really could be a bit stronger. You know, unfortunately, it's in the game now. It's not going away.
Happy says, she heard once that a referee in Brazil stabbed a player for getting in his face. His friends and family stormed the pitch and messed him up. I don't know if it's actually true though. Blimey.
Yeah.
Mr. Moy, good evening to you, sir. Hello again.
Mr. Bullock.
Randy, the entire season does not break down because the summer window does not get highlighted unless the right head coach was appointed. First
Yeah.
Be patient to get behind.
I think
that is true.
Randy, that's why I said I'll give it 10 games. I need something to believe in it and get behind. I can't see anything, man. Anything. I mean, yet there was another 3-0 loss and at least two brilliant saves by Fabianski. You know, world-class saves. It could have been a lot worse. It's fucking frightening.
Look at that. Mark said Millwall beat Leeds and are up to 5th.
Oh, did they, Mark? They beat Leeds today.
Imagine if they come up and we stay up, or we go down, and they stay down. Well, it's going to be us and then next season.
Yeah. How about me? No problems there, mate. No problems there.
Nah, of course not. Everton have up to injuries. Up to what? Injuries? Do we have confidence in Joe to get a convincing win against a depleted side? No. It's, if I'm honest, no, I don't have that confidence. This Brazilian centre forward we've been linked to doesn't fit the bill. We need a complete centre forward, all rapid, good in the air, good hold up play, runs in behind the rock. Right. Yeah. I don't know anything about the player. All I know is that we've been linked with a possible swap deal for Paquetá and him. The way things are going at this moment in time, I'd rather take a punt on a new player than stick with Paquetá, if I'm honest.
Well, if we look at it at the moment, Budge, we haven't got a centre forward to score us enough goals.
No.
You know, we just don't have it again.
No.
You know, Antonio's good for an hour if he starts, and he might get you an odd goal. He's not even going to get 10 this year, right? Paul Krug might not even get on the fucking pitch. We don't know about him. And then we got Danny Ings. So we do need someone's going to score goals. We're going to rely on Bowen. Kudos, who ain't going to be there for the next month. Or Paquetá. Paquetá's completely out of form. Where are these goals coming from? So I think come January, they've got to look. Paul Krug can't get back. We need a forward. Yeah, it's crazy that we're in this situation.
Yeah. Even Happy saying, at what stage does Loppy choose to actually play to the player's strength, rather than trying to implement his own style, which doesn't suit what we've got? She thought that no one was more stubborn than Moisty.
See, it wouldn't bother me if he stuck with it, Geezer, and it was progressing, regardless of the results. That's not the issue. The thing is, it's not progressing. The Man United game just gave us a respite because we got 3 points. But I was more frustrated after that Man United game because we were crap. Yeah. We were shit. We nicked it, and we got a dodgy decision that VAR now has come out and said, yeah, it shouldn't have been given that penalty. Yeah. That's the only reason we got them points. And it was terrible, and we just continued it on against Forest. And I always said out of them 3 games, Man U, Forest, Everton, that's always going to be the hardest game. So there wasn't much hope there at the beginning. But maybe there's he could come up with something. What did he come up with? Another change in formation with 3 at the back, 2 with backs, and Bowen up front. Please.
Yeah.
Please, man. It's just not good enough.
Stuart says, will we get relegated this season?
No.
Anything's possible, mate. I mean, we got relegated with Scania on the side. So, yeah, anything's possible. But
the worry is, Gazer, look, it looks dreadful at the moment, right? He looks dreadful. I mean, the easy thing is to say, right, let's fuck him off. Then what do we do? To me, I think you need to bring a manager in for the rest of the season. Do not bring in a manager to firefight and give him a 3-year contract. That would be crazy, right? Look to next summer as bringing in a long-term manager to do it, right? Which we had last year to do, but we fucking got this guy. And I don't give a fuck which one it is. Even Potter, I don't particularly want Potter to be the next manager the next 3 or 4 years, but I'd have him for the rest of the season if I thought he could settle this down and get work with the players we've got and give us something to believe in. I just can't see how this guy's going to do it. I really don't. There's nothing.
yeah,
There's no evidence that he's going to turn it around.
Good evening, invaders. He says we can replace Loppy with whoever. Any manager will have the same problems that midfield. And that's really true, mate.
It's hard to know.
7 injuries. Good evening, Terence.
Terence.
Who's out for the toppy? Wants to know. Place formation to suit our players.
Yes.
Damien and happy you a good option. Yeah, they're talking about that. What's his name? Sebastian Hoynes.
Maybe.
Well, Neil, isn't it pointless to face Loppy to take his future on the Everton game? What exactly does beating Everton prove? That we are as good as Southampton?
Yeah. Neil, that's about. Look, the thing is, this is probably the best fixture he could hope for, right? He's Everton after all this shit, right? But Everton might be looking at it the same. This could be the best fixture they could ever hope for, just before the break, because they believe they could win the game.
Yeah.
But we should be beating them hands down. But I ain't going to guarantee that. Can you guarantee that against Everton while we're playing?
Yeah.
So open at the back.
I can't really see any of it.
Goals going in all over the place. The only reason they weren't 4 in by Man United because they were shit on the day and their forwards kept missing. Right? So,
Man, you've got an empty goal. The answer to the midfield right now is Alvarez and Sojek in front of the back 4 and just let the front 4 go and hurt teams. Actually, Damien, that's a really valid point. Because I think Sojek's got more value than we've been giving him credit for recently. No,
Sojek's been one of our best players this season. Crazy enough. But
he provides so much stability in that midfield. It's unbelievable.
We missed him in that game.
Yeah, we can pick holes in every performance, but without him, the midfield falls to shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That Munchkin should just admit he screwed up again and let somebody that knows about West Ham football choose the next manager.
Oh, no, Lawrence. Yeah. Fuck me, man.
Good evening, Lawrence, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
Neil, what game proved Loppy is not for us? If you think about it, we aren't expecting to get anything out of the 2 following either. So, which are Newcastle and then Arsenal.
Yeah, that's the scary part, isn't it? The 2 after Everton.
They're both away as well, I think.
No, I don't know.
I think. I'm not.
I think Arsenal at home, Gazer. It might be Newcastle.
Is it?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah. But you just ain't got a lot of confidence, have you, in any of them games? Akor Adams, who won't cost 60 million. Who's Akor Adams? I've never heard of him, mate. We should try and get Jonathan David. Been there, done that, Randy.
Yeah, we
Doesn't want to come to West Ham. That's the understanding that I have of him. Although he is a good forward.
I didn't mind the look of the boy at Sporting Lisbon yesterday that smashed Man City. The guy got a hat trick. He looked all right. Gretzka or something his name is.
Yeah,
He looked, even though it was two penalties, but still he looked lively. He looked quick. He looked sharp. He looked big.
Yeah.
And he scored about 20 odd goals already this fucking season. 17 games, got 22 goals or something. That's what we need. Something like that.
Good evening to Tasman. He says, "Hey boys, worried about this. I told my son this would happen, or he's going to smash it. I want him to smash it because he has the passion from what he witnessed. So, where is the ability of what he has? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like he's devoid of any ideas. He's got set things in his mind, and he's devoid of any other ideas by the look of things, and it's quite frustrating."
Mate, he looks like a manager just throwing things out there to see what works. That's what he looks like at the moment. I'll try 3 at the back this week. I'll try Bowen up front this week. He's been there 6 months ago. He doesn't seem to be any more enlightened than he was when he got it. So.
Yeah. Good evening to Mandy. Mandy, welcome. The only team that can spend 160 million and go.
No, we're not the only one, Mandy. We're not the only one. There's others do that. Man United have done that. Spent a lot more.
Looks dreadful is an understatement. Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, that's the way it is.
Colin says, if the extras happens, don't be surprised if Bowen ends up going as well. Those saying lack of ambition coming from the club, like see Sebastian, like 4-4-2. Yeah. How you both feeling with the ownership at the moment? Not happy, but we've got no say in that, like none whatsoever. We can get as many, have as many petitions and rallies and whatever. You can do whatever you can stop going to the game, but it's not going to be 62,500 people stop going to the game. So other people will take the tickets that are available. So they'll always fill the stadium. So they don't care about us. And we got no say in their future.
I gave up with them when they took us out of Upton Park. So I know you're stuck with them. It's as simple as that. We stuck with him, and that's it. There's no point. We can't sack him. He has to sell, and he's not fucking selling. So that is. I can't bother to go on about it because it's something we can't change. It's pointless. We're stuck with it. Now, if you wanted to defend him, he can say, well, I spent a fucking shitload of money in the summer down to these two to sort it out. Stein and fucking Loppy, and they're not. He can call that one.
Yeah.
But what we didn't sign is what he's going to be noted for, and that's could he have got Amorim over the line, or could he have got Duran over the line? They're the two that we're focusing on because we're so shit. And if they're both down to him, well, that's just another black mark. It's another stick to beat him with. And I've got plenty to beat him with.
Yeah, ain't we all? David Moyes' left bollock says, don't care who comes in as long as it ain't Southgate or Moyes.
Oh, I can't be Southgate, because I'd give up then. If Southgate comes in, I would give up.
Yeah.
But
one of my mates, he's a Brighton fan. He texted me yesterday. He said, how are you feeling about the season, Clive? And I said, oh, yeah, no, that's all right. I'm a Crawley Town fan. He started laughing his head off. I said to everybody, I'm a Crawley Town fan now. There's nothing No progress, no style, nothing. Three at the
No,
back,
cookie.
so far apart, and I thought me and the missus had walked in the room.
I don't know what there is there. There's nothing to looking. I'm enjoying this. Fucking horrendous.
It's as dire as it was at the end of the David Moyes tenure. Tasman says the signings are great, but it's another Moyes not knowing how to play them. That's right. Let's see. Come on, let's do decent. Right, hang on. Let's see if there's anything other than. Oh, right. Right. I'm saying until we bring in a more dynamic centre midfielder, Andy Diop, left-footed, 8 with qualities of a pitch and a ball carrier. So these are players I know nothing about. Right, let's have a little chat about the Everton game. Cookie says that it's going to be a draw at best. No way are we scoring against Everton.
I don't know.
Sean Dyche is going to take it down.
I know, but Everton, most weeks they're scoring goals, and most weeks they're conceding goals. So I don't see why we couldn't score against them, but I do believe you've got to get Bowen back out on the right. You know, that's the other crazy. He played Bowen as centre forward when we didn't have Kudos to fill in on the right. That didn't make sense to me either against Forest. But we get Bowen back out on the right. We need Antonio for that hour. Yeah, we can score against them.
I think Paqueta would be more comfortable in the middle than Bowen is. So
we're going. Paqueta's going. I think he'll have to play at number 10. We might have Souček back. That might help a bit. We'll probably go back to a back 4. Who would know with his keys at the moment? I don't know what he's doing. He seems to have a new plan every week. But yeah, we can beat it. We can. We've got the players to do it.
He might play the under-21s. They've been doing well lately.
But it's just when you watch games like the Forest game, the Man United game, and the Tottenham game, it's very hard to get up for any game to think that we're not. There's no game we could play right now that I'd say we're definitely winning. And that's including Southampton, including Wolves, including Everton. We're not guaranteed to win any game the way we're playing it. And that's the worry to me.
And
I mean, we can win them. But
when
man,
I look at the run of games coming up to the Everton game, I think it was a run of 5 games, the run of 5 games leading up to the Everton game. I looked at them all and I thought, at that time, I thought, the only one I think that we will definitely win is the United game. And the only reason I thought that is because historically, we've frustrated Man United so many times and snatched results and that off of them. And that's exactly what we did this time as well. You know? But
there's nothing.
The only game I looked at, I didn't even look at the Everton game and think, yeah, we get a result out of that. The way we're playing right now.
Look, we can do that against Man United, and we have done in the past, and you're right, Budge. But there was nothing that Loppy done in the Man United game that got us them 3 points. Nothing.
No.
He should have cost. We should have been 4-0 down at half time. There's nothing he did apart from fucking change all the fuck ups at half time. That's it. But we got a dodgy penalty. You know, we've done nothing against Forest. Their keeper, I don't remember him making a save. I don't remember actually. I remember one save in the Man United game that their keeper made. One, and we got a dodgy penalty and a goal. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you're having like 2 shots and 3 shots on target every game, you know there's fucking hell, man. You're going to struggle to win games here. If that's all you can fucking come up with, 2 shots on target all fucking game,
Yeah.
How the fuck are you meant to win? How are you meant to get goals?
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe he'll change it. I think Antonio will start. I believe Bowen will be on the right. I think Souček will be back in the midfield. We might be more, and Everton, they're pretty shit. So we can win that game. But
Do you think
we can't keep giving up a first half away, Budge, you know? We can't say, right, you have that first 45 minutes and then we'll fucking get into it. Because that seems to be what he's fucking doing.
Yeah. You think he'll start Somerville?
I think that's 50-50, but probably. Kudos now, we know he's out for a while. I would. And so it didn't help Somerville either. That Ida for Forest, their right back, is good, man. He had Somerville, but even when he went down the wing, Somerville, that boy had his number. And that happens. You got a right back that's got you, and he was too good for it. And that's one of them things. I'm not knock Somerville. He's, over his career, he's going to come up against fucking right backs that are just got you, and they know how to play you. And I think that boy did. And he was sort of non-existent in the game. But I didn't think it helped the way Loppy played him. But I think he should start him. Give him another go against an Everton right back, which could be young. Is it young to do that? He's got the pace to do damage against Everton. So I would play him again. Yeah.
I can't see him making any drastic changes, like like starting Ings, for example, or Guilherme even,
No, I don't see it.
making any of those drastic changes.
I didn't expect him to play the team he did against Forest either, so you never know. He might surprise us again, but he might have a new thing. He might have a new system to play. Souček up front. Geezer, don't fucking put it past him. Souček centre forward. Sorted.
Goalkeeper 9 across the back, and then Luis Guilherme up front on his own.
And this Soler, every week I say it, what does this guy do? What is this Soler? I don't know what he is. Hell, man, I'm sure he's a good player. He can't have his, who he played for and who he got on loan for. Not being a good player, but I haven't seen anything from that boy. Anything. Apart from getting a booking. That's what he does.
I don't think he's being played correctly.
I don't know. So I don't like to knock on any of the players, really. Because of the way, I don't think they've got a clue what's expected of them on the pitch. I really don't.
Yeah. Well, we've got to make some fucking progress. Otherwise, we have to go, don't we? But like I said, it's not our decision to make. Happy to got Managerial forward to invest in any players. Right now, the only option is to pick up points, is stop the coach off and give them all a morale boost. Yeah. He's not motivating the club, the squad, the right way. Cieran, Colin said, win or lose, still want him gone.
Colin, I agree with you, mate. I didn't want to go bonkers on him until that 10th game. It was the first. I really went anti him after the first half against Man United. That's when I went, now this boy isn't going to turn it round. He's clueless, and then he backed it up with the Forest game. Look, clueless again. So I think you're right. I don't think he is, man. I'd like to give managers chances. I just don't think he's up to it, man. I don't think he's up to it. And my worry is, Colin, is what? Okay, is it out of the frying pan into the fire? Fuck him off. Then what do we do? That scares me more. What we're going to do with that? Who the fuck are we going to bring in? That scares me more than getting rid of him. Fuck.
Yeah. Rob,
I'm fucking worried.
Good evening, Rob. Good morning, Rob. Good afternoon, Rob.
Yeah, Robert.
Whatever it is for you, sir. I can't remember where you are.
He's in Liverpool, Robert.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. He's on the same time zone as me then. Right. DM's left bollock says, this is what I've noticed since we left Upton Park. we would never go into a match against an Arsenal and think we can get anything from the game.
We can't
It
get
shows
it.
how much the move has hurt us.
Yeah, I think it has, Mr. Bollock. I think it has hurt us in the long run. But some people will say, "Oh, but we won a trophy there." So
Yeah.
I think no, any team. I mean, you got. If you've got a ground where people are closer to the pitch, and you've got a big support, it's an advantage. No matter Newcastle have got it, I can say Fulham have got that. You know, you've got to get people. I think Luton's got that sort of advantage, not the team. That get them. There's no way we're not the 12th man at that stadium. Everyone's too far away.
Yeah.
And you need one super duper duper high profile game where everyone's up for it and we're playing well to actually get the crowd motivated. It's tough.
Yeah,
So I see it here in Australia, but all of the stadiums I've been to here, it's the same. They use a lot of these multi-use stadiums, right? Who can do athletics and everything else, and Olympic stadiums here in Sydney. And the atmosphere, it's pretty dire, man. It's hard to get it building in a proper purpose-built stadium for football. Big difference. You know, it's worth points. That's the truth of it. It's worth points at the end of the season.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, like you said, unless it's one of them top tier games, you know, like I was experiencing it during the Europa games, the Europa League, the Conference League games. You know, it was a great atmosphere, and one or two of the home games, like for the league as well. I mean, I've got to be honest. Okay, there was obviously a very special reason for it to be electric, but the home game against Man City, you know, Mark Noble's farewell to the stadium, as it were. His farewell game. That was. Yeah, but I mean, the atmosphere in the stadium that day was just unreal.
Exactly, but you need them exceptional circumstances to create it, Gazer.
Yeah,
Well, if you go to fucking Newcastle every week, it's already there every week. If you go to Liverpool, it's there every week. Not so much Man United because they're shit, but the atmosphere is there.
Yeah,
the crowd supply it. Well, we need to create it on the pitch first, big time, and have an event where it's a semi-final or it's Mark Noble's or whatever. It shouldn't be that way. You should have it every week to be a benefit to the team. And it's hard to do there, I think, especially when we're as shit as we are. Why would you be in that stadium sitting? If I was sitting there, man, I'd be going, fuck it. I mean, look, I'll be looking at fucking 10 minutes to go. I'm fucking getting out of here. It's doing me any.
Yeah.
And I don't blame people for doing it.
Yeah. I agree with that. You know, I mean, as I said, I've been to the stadium. It's a really nice stadium, but it's not a football stadium.
It's a nice stadium.
And it's starting to look its age. Well, it's starting to look older than its age now. It's starting to age badly, I think.
It's probably the best baseball stadium in the country, but.
But the worst thing is, though, as soon as it starts raining, all the fucking toilets get flooded.
Oh, do they? Nice.
The water comes in from somewhere, runs down the bloody poles or whatever, and then fills up the toilet. It's graceful.
All right. Nice.
It's disgusting.
Look, to me, it's easy to judge. I've seen many guys from podcasts and whatever, from other football supporters and players, right? And so many players. I remember even Darren Bent saying it the other day, Upton Park. He said, wow, what a place to go. And he said it just weren't even just the ground. He said it was on the coach going down Green Street to get into the front of Upton Park. Oh, he said it was quite intimidating, right? Yeah. And a lot of all the away supporters that used to come to us, they found it intimidating from Upton Park Station into the ground, mate. It was intimidating. Down Green Street was very intimidating. All of them say that. And now if you listen to any of these guys that do away vlogs at the London Stadium, 90% of them think it's the worst stadium in the league. So you got to listen to that and go, they think it's shit. Never mind what we think. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
we know it is what it is now, and we're stuck with it. So that's that.
Yeah, we're stuck with it, mate. That's the point. We are stuck with it. Howard's asking, which coach currently on the market will come in and get this team playing to their strengths and play with passion? Oh, and win games. That will want to come and manage it.
I don't know the answer, Howard. For me, I don't know the answer. I mean, God, they had long enough. They knew Moyes was at the door last season. They had long enough to find the right guy, and they've come up with Loppy. Fuck me. Can you imagine now where they think they've got to go to a plan B, sack him, and then they had a year last year to fucking sort it out, and then they've got 10 minutes to bring in a new coach. Who the fuck are they going to bring in? Is it going to be a knee-jerk fucking reaction to someone? Please, I just pray they do not bring in a guy for the rest of the season and give him a 3-4 year contract. That's a massive fuck up. You've got to you need a manager that you can get for the rest of the year, unless you've got an hammer in where you can go, right, we fucked up there, but that's too late. That's gone. Unless you're confident. They're confident in Loppy, man. He's been dreadful. Who the fuck do you bring in that you're confident in to give a 3-year contract? How many managers are going to accept a 9-month contract and then let's see how it goes? I don't know. Are they there? Would Potter do that? Do I want him? Not sure. Probably not. Probably not. But I think at the moment, looking at this guy, he's a better option for the rest of the season. I'm not sure I want him long term. But something's got to happen, mate. Do you know, the best thing could happen, right? And I'm never going to wish this in a million years. We go to fucking play Everton and we lose 4-0. That has to decide it, right? Then they have to act. What scares me is how they're going to act and what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But that would decide it for me. A big loss against Everton, we're fucked, because that's now you are talking about relegation form. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Like there's 3 names that I can come up with really quickly, really easy that I don't want at the club, which is I don't want David Moyes back for a start. I don't want Gareth Southgate there, and I don't want Potter there.
I'm just thinking, like we're firefighting at the moment, Budge. If we're firefighting for the rest of the season, I could handle Potter. I'm not saying I want him, right? Before anyone goes bonkers, I'm not saying I want him for the next 3-4 years. But if a firefighter, could he be the guy? I don't know. But we can't do an Avram Grant, right? And fucking wait till it's too late. I don't want to go to Christmas and then in January to decide, oh fuck, we really are fucked now. We can't do that either. Something has to change. And if the results and the performances don't change on the pitch, you've got to act. And that's why this Everton game is very pivotal. A bad loss against Everton tells you you're going fucking the wrong way. Big time.
I'll tell you what this club needs, and we're never going to get him. But this club needs a Carlo Ancelotti. That's what it needs.
Well, I ain't getting it.
No, I know. But that he would be my dream manager for this club. He really would.
Fuck it, I don't want Mourinho. But would I think it'd sort something out in that team? Yeah, I do. I think it'd sort it out for the rest of the season.
It sorted that fucking defence out, that's for sure.
It'd have to be. Them the thing is, you look at that back four, they're not bad defenders, geezer. They're good defenders, yet we're getting opened up like a fucking team can. So, who do you blame that on? Same here, Cookie. He fucking comes in that way. Fuck it. I know what's coming then.
Says it's quite a short list. Coaches on the market tend to have just failed somewhere else. We need someone like the Brentford do. Thomas Frank. Yeah, I agree. He would be a great manager, but I reckon it's 25 million to get him out there. 25 to 30 million to get him out there. I know.
But I just watched. Since you say Thomas Frank's there, I watched the game at the weekend playing Fulham. Yeah. And all they did in that game was put 11 men behind the ball. Brentford, right? That's all they did. And 1-0 up, tried to hold on right to the end. And it was like the 92nd and the 97th minute, Fulham scored and won the game. 2 goals out of nowhere. But all he did was defend in that game. Doesn't make him a bad manager. I'm just saying that's what he did. And he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's the answer. I'd say he'd be better than this fucking lunatic.
Leslie's talking about Kaczynski because Happy earlier on asked the question, did she see that he'd invested more money in Sparta Prague? And apparently it's going towards upgrades on the stadium. And Leslie says he was never going to invest any more in us. If he becomes the main shareholder, he will sell it, maybe. The fact is, Leslie, he will never become the main shareholder. He's got 27%, and that's all he wants. In fact, I think it's 32% now.
Look, the point is,
he don't want.
We can't invest any money in that stadium, Geezer. The only way to deal with that is to have the stadium, knock it down, and start again. That's the only way that can be improved. We're stuck with that stadium unless we go and build another one somewhere else. We're stuck with it. And we don't own it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever will own it, to be honest.
He's part of the best of the bad.
Yeah.
No.
I think it might be, Mark.
No, he's not. No,
For the rest of this season, I'm thinking of Geezer, not full time. And if they can, I say, if they can find a full time coach that's for the next 3 years, that's out there and he's brilliant, fine, get him. I don't know who that is. But all the names I'm seeing at the moment, I think I'd rather have him for the rest of the season than anyone else. I just really lost with that.
There's some great coaches in the Championship. They're much cheaper to buy out. Big fat Sam, big fat Frank, and Southgate. I'm doing a Reggie.
Oh God, Howard, you just give me a memory of him walking into the surf there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
What a fucking show that was, wasn't it? Reggie Cieran.
Yeah, great show. Thing is, banging, I do know we need to keep the kitchen. Yeah. See, another manager I banged on about a little bit is Danny Blind. I like him, and he's with the Dutch national.
Yeah, I like him, but it's a bit late for it.
Yeah, chances are they wouldn't even consider.
Yeah, this Hernest has been mentioned again by Robert this time. Yeah. Stuttgart. Not seen much of it. I watched Stuttgart the other day, I'm sure. But I don't know. I don't know him, Robert. But yeah, by all accounts, the boy can play. But I think we said that about Fulkrug, and he can't get on a pitch. What next? What fucking next? You can't tell me, bro. You can't fucking tell me. 5 years ago, when they, when they brought in Allaire, and then they brought in Skamaka, and then they brought in Ings, and we brought in Fulkrug. Antonio is still our first pick. How the fuck does that work, man? He must be looking like I've survived all these
coaches. They're coaches. All of those are coaches, not players.
Yeah, unbelievable. He's still probably the only goal we can play up front at the moment. Unreal. Fucking real.
Sergio Conceição, however you say that. Also another man linked before. Yeah, somebody mentioned him last night on Jeff's show on the Bowling Lounge. I was on there. The lineup that Loppy played against Forest called for a target man and he played Bowen up front. That is what is confusing. His tactics are mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling. Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, they're talking about managers again, Pete.
And there might be. There might be a manager out there. Well, we couldn't identify him fucking last summer, I don't know. But there might be one there that's 10 times better.
Yeah. Replying to the left hand really makes me laugh.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Mr. Bullock.
Yeah, Mr. Bullock. Or Mr.
What'd you
Bullock.
name you? I'm 50-50 on that. I'd have him for the, again, he's another one I'd have for the rest of the season. But you know, I like him in the Premier League because he makes me laugh, right? He's a fucking lunatic. But do I want him in the next 3 years? Or he leaves the club in chaos. He does it everywhere he goes, doesn't he? Absolute nightmare by the time he leaves.
Yeah.
But would he steady the ship? Yeah, he would. He would do that. Yeah, I think. What was that? Oriole, Mr. Bollock, is it? Areola, isn't he? He's Oriola or Areola. The Bournemouth. Yeah, I think that geezer's got more sense than most fucking managers in the Premier League.
I think he was just testing the water. Testing, never mind. Moyes took us as far as he could, yeah. Oh, good evening. Yeah, probably beyond.
Love it.
I don't think
That's a name. Can I pronounce that? Piano Schiavone. Schiavone? Yeah, cracking name, David. No, we didn't want Loppy geezer. We fucking needed Moyes to, retire and leave us alone. But we didn't. I don't think any of us put our hand up. Yeah, get that Lopetegui. None of us did.
No. Paul help me, Obi-Wan. You're my.
Oh, no, it is, isn't it? Really, it is. Well, we're talking about we need Souček back in the team. I mean, it tells you where he's taking us. Tells you a lot. You know.
Yeah. See, now I agree with that, Randy.
Mourinho's definitely drama.
More drama around him than enough.
Absolutely. I like it, the drama when he's at another club. I think it's great. I'd appreciate it. Well, but you definitely get more drama at Mourinho.
Yeah. Right, Kev. Thank you for joining, mate. Regardless of the result on Saturday, he should be gone. Okay? Whoever Sullivan brings in and new manager fails, that should define Sullivan as the owner of West Ham United. That's actually been said earlier, and we both agreed with that. But like we also said, it's not up to us or result as to whether Sullivan stays, goes, sells.
Look, sometimes goes up. You need someone to put his hands up and say, "Sorry, boys, I fucked up there. I got it all wrong with this manager," and then try and rectify that. But if he doesn't, and he drags it into, say, January, and then decides to do him, he's made another fuck up on top of the first one. If you realise this is never going to work, which I think we think it isn't, but he has to fucking make a decision very, very, very soon. You can't just, not admit to the fuck up that he's made, because it's looking like it is a fuck up. Oh, there he is. Fucking hell, mate. Where were you last week, you fucker?
Yeah, where were you, man? We missed you last week. We'd rather go in a new direction than managers that have done it before. Need new and different. Yeah, see, now that's something that I would, agree with as well, I think. Happy says she never wanted Loppy, obviously wanted him to succeed and didn't expect an iffy season in transition. and did expect an iffy season. But this
I didn't think it could be this bad, to be honest. Happy H. I didn't think it could be this bad. Even though I didn't want him, like you said, we all want him to succeed. Hey, come on, what's this geezer got? I didn't think it would be this, but a schmozzle that it is. I didn't think it'd be that. I thought it'd be tough. I knew this would be a season where I said we'd finish 10th or 12th, but I expected something with the signings. I was quite excited with all the signings. Yeah. Not that I knew half of these players.
Yeah.
But I was expecting something. Go, well, this could be a good new era. but I didn't expect how bad it was going to be, and it has been bad.
I mean, you've also got to remember that although she's our friend, she is also a season ticket holder, and I would imagine that is quite a common train of thought amongst the season ticket holders. And I would imagine they're all thinking exactly that. You know, why are we paying our fucking money every year?
Exactly.
To watch this? You know?
Exactly. What's this shit?
I mean, I complain when it cost me, I don't know, 800 quid to go and watch a game. You know, I complain. But, you know, I don't have to do it week in, week out like these poor buggers do that are buying season tickets. And, you know, they kind of know that they're going to watch the biggest load of shit they've watched all week.
Yeah.
Even if they watch EastEnders, it's going to get worse.
It's meant to be entertainment, geezer. It's meant to be entertainment. And that's what I'm saying. Do you know that's why I wanted Postecoglou for so long? Because his philosophy is to entertain the fans.
Yeah.
Now, he's going to fuck up. He's going to lose games. They're going to be pissed off with him. But he's going to entertain them fans when he's on it, when Tottenham are on it. And he does. That's why I wanted him. Because you have to go to enjoy it. If you're going to every week. There was one of them stupid bastards on TalkSport the other day, right? It's going, oh, West Ham have to put some results together. It's all about wins. No, it's not. Not for me. It's all about, like, the win against Man United. Oh, yeah, that's no good because we were shit and we didn't deserve the 3 points. And you can't get away with that week in, week out. It catches up on you. You have to perform in a certain way to get them wins in a consistent basis. You can't rely on fucking luck and a bit of VAR bullshit to fucking win a game.
Yeah.
You've got to fucking put performance in first, and then the results will come. Even if you've got a really good performance and lose, you can take that as a West Ham fan. I've always been like that. I think Loppy would get a lot more fucking credit if we were playing well and we were losing these games. Well, we lost to Villa, City, no problem. But let's see some kind of performance. But we aren't seeing that. We're seeing shit. We were lucky against Palace. We were lucky against Man United. And we just nicked a fucking draw against Fulham in the last fucking minute.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
And Ipswich. We actually done all right against Ipswich.
We done all right against Ipswich, a championship side.
Yeah,
a championship side.
And they didn't even turn up, you know.
So,
yeah.
There's not much credit we can give this boy at the moment. He's got none in the bank, and we're watching that shite week in, week out. Now, I've got to watch it on fucking telly here, and when I get up in the morning, 5 or 6 in the morning, these guys have got to fucking travel to the stadium and put up with this shit. And I go, wow, that's even harder to deal with.
Yeah, and Piano, if we saw some progress and advancement, team gelling, I think we'd be okay, but there is nothing, even from people.
There's nothing, Farina. There's absolutely nothing, Gazer.
Oh.
But yeah, I get. I don't know, look, because we come on, what was it, Wednesday night there for you, guys. I haven't watched that much about the fucking game during the week on channels. But I'm sure everyone's done it to death, right? And how shit we are and how shit we is. And should we fuck him off? Should we not? Is Sullivan a wanker? Yeah, he's always been a wanker. You know, I mean, there's nothing new here. But I think the Everton game does make it a decision time if it continues to be this bad with no hope.
It's kind of like
hey, George,
for the likes of yourself, me, and many other strikers that have said, yeah, let's give him 10, 12 games and see what happens.
Yeah.
For us, it's now getting to the point of frustration building up, right?
Exactly.
For people that never wanted him from day one and have been against him from day one, it's like overkill, boiling over kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you can kind of understand it, you know. I can't see anybody that would be happy with what's going on at West Ham right now.
I always say, because I think you've got to give a manager 10 games, right? Minimum. And I've been biting my fucking lip to slag him off since 6 games. Right? But I just fucking know how the fuck. does he make this any better? But right, let's give him another 4 games. And like I said, that half-time at that Man United game, I'd made my mind up about this guy. Because that first half against Man U was fucking horrendous. And we should have been 4-0 down and got away with murder. But you could tell that this clueless, this guy. Clueless. And how do you go from being clueless to changing it around? I don't know. What divine intervention is going to come in and make it better? And then you've got Paquetá completely out of form, shouldn't even be playing. Then you've got Kudos who's missing for the next fucking 4 games. The only creativity we fucking got in the team. And you go, fucking hell, man. You're fucked. You really are fucked.
Yeah. Apparently Arsenal got beat by Inter tonight, 1-0.
We're done. Now that's something to laugh about, dude. That can cheer us up a bit. 2 secs, mate.
All right, mate. Challenge. That 150 million transfer window was a complete waste of money on the wrong players. Okay, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Anyone know if Sully and Co ever paid anything for a coach or manager at Birmingham? Not a clue. Not a clue. We have loads of committed players, just need to bring them back from loans. That's a good point. That's a really good point, Cookie. If we've got loads of committed players, we just need to bring them back from their loans.
What, we just not got them in the club?
Loppy's trying to be too clever to his old man.
Yeah, I think he's trying everything. Oh man, I think he's just throwing fucking, the sink. Throw the sink at him and go, right, let's try 3 at the back. Let's fucking try blowing up front. Let's clueless. It's just too hit and miss, man. Barry Fry.
Yeah. That's funny. I believe they did sign him. Hiring, yeah.
There's a fucking name from the past, wasn't it? Barry Fry. He was a fucking character.
He was great character. He was.
Yeah, he was good.
He was always good for a giggle on post-match interviews and that, wasn't he? And Sam Allardyce, them two used to have quite a good rapport between them.
I know, Mr. Bollock, good. We want them fucking have meltdowns. They deserve fucking meltdowns, man. It'll be. I'll take her out. No doubt.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, brilliant.
Damien says we are in a mess at the moment. Not sure selling Kudus in January and using the money to get proper gaffer and centre forward and a centre midfield. Wouldn't that be the best option? Well, it would be a great option, but with all this doubt over his guilt or not guilt, then we ain't getting enough money to get, a centre cushion for a fucking sofa.
Yeah, I don't know where the money's coming from, but there's always an emergency kitty if you need it, guys. It always comes up with it. But, like I say, Paquetá's worth nothing. You got to sell Kudos to fucking get the money.
Yeah, no, it was Paquetá I was thinking of, not Kudos.
Yeah. Do we sell Kudos to get some money in to make the team better, which probably makes the team worse? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but we might have to.
Yeah. Kev says we've got a much better squad.
Yeah. I think so, mate.
Always says same things and makes same mistakes. Absolutely. And one of the things that he always says is, like that, innit? He always.
I don't watch him. I told you how much he annoyed me the other last week, wasn't I, guys? Is it just me, or did he just do my head in on an interview? But it's obviously everyone thinks that.
He does my head in so much. I can't watch him, but I have
No, I don't watch him.
Sneak previews and stuff like that, you know.
No, this bullshit about Premier League experience, I think it's nonsense.
Yeah.
I think it's absolute nonsense. A manager is a manager. If he's good enough, he can adapt to the Premier League. Doesn't have to have Premier League. Pep Guardiola have Premier League experience when he came in? I don't fucking think so. Did Klopp have Premier League experience? No. You don't necessarily have to have it. It might help in certain circumstances, but you don't have to have it. And what was his experience? What, 6 months at fucking Wolves? You know what I mean? Fucking hell, man. Get a grip.
I mean,
These fucking wankers that are fucking
but
deciding as moves.
The Premier League isn't a fucking doddle.
It's a hard job for any manager, Premier League. Any manager. But Almarin will be interesting to see how he goes at Man U. We'll see. I mean, if you look at the list of managers they brought in, and they're all top quality managers, like Solskjaer, and they've all fucking struggled. You know what I mean? And it's more about that club than it is the manager.
Yeah. Decade since we had innovative first team coach.
Yeah, George.
Yeah, the last one we had was Gianfranco Zola. I'm going to say it again.
Bilic.
Well,
Shame how it ended for Bilic, but they didn't really back him, did they? But I thought Bilic could have been a lot better for us.
Yeah, he actually played some exciting football at times. Yeah.
Don't get me started on fucking Allardyce, because do you know? No, but the more I see this Loppy, the more he's reminding me of Pellegrini. Nothing to do with Moyes. Forget Moyes. I don't think he's anything like Moyes. I think he's more like Pellegrini, and it's a disaster, right? Fucking disaster, Pellegrini, for me. Never wanted him either, funny enough. Fucking geezer said he's on holiday out in fucking China, counting his money. Fuck him. But we brought him in. All right. He lost the fucking title to Leicester City, but give him a go. Shit. He was shit. And this guy's reminding me more of him than anything to do with David Moyes.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to end in the same way. It's going to end, but it's all about when you pull the trigger. Now, I don't think to me, because I don't believe he'll turn it around, it's when you pull the trigger. Is it now, or do you leave it too late when it's forget the rest of the season? Go right. Forget the rest of the season, write it off, and then bring in a firefighter. It's all about, is he smart enough to pull the trigger early enough and maybe still save the season? That's what I think it's coming down to.
Kev says Graham Potter, he would do things. First thing he would do is piss me off because I don't like
he knows. I can't guarantee that, but I think it'd be a better option for the rest of the season than this fucking clown.
Oh, Piano. Wow. Going Everton.
How are you, friend?
Not looking forward, he said.
Pierre, I'm going to call him Pierre. Pierre Eno. No, you don't like a bit, but is that Peroni? Is that, or is it Peroni? It's not Peroni, guys. I don't like to take the piss out of people's names because I used to get that a lot with mine. But I'm going to call him.
It sounds Italian to me. Pierino.
It's well, that's what you think, Gazer. Where are you from, Gazer? Pierino, and you're going to the game? No, you're not, Gazer. We'd probably go and win that. Apart from your Everton, mate, you've got a better fuck him off in case we lose.
Be careful of adapting the system. Exactly, and the thing is, I've also said a few times now, how is it a man that's getting paid that much money can not see the problems and the issues that the team are having, and yet us know-nothing fucking fans, we all know what's wrong, or most of us do, and he can't fucking see it.
No, honestly, and you know what, Gazer? Apparently he's cheap. We went for the cheap option. He's getting $3.5 million a year. Fuck me, man. I reckon I could fucking coach that team better than him. Yeah. And I know 90% of West Ham fans think that.
Yeah. The approach has to be different. You don't get many second chances when it comes to head coaches. Very often you have to get it right. You have to strike when the iron's hot and pick the best coach for. They believe that's what they did, Randy. Obviously, it wasn't. And like Kieran said earlier, will you have the confidence that they'll do it next time with 10 minutes notice? Because they're not.
No.
They're going to do it on. Mind you, they are more of a knee-jerk reaction towards a trigger-happy board. I've got to be honest. I'm not sure telling Kudus in January isn't the best option. Use the money to get Mourinho centre forward and
Yeah.
midfield.
It's a tough one, that, Damien. He's sort of selling the crown jewels to fucking be better, and it could work. Because without a fucking doubt, we need a centre forward, and unless we can get this fucker fit. And we don't even know what the update is on him, do we? Don't even know where he is. Is he over in Germany, or is he? We don't know anything.
He was at the game at the weekend, wasn't he?
Was he there? All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. We need someone to start scoring goals, right? But then again, we need to stop fucking letting them in. Because you can always go and score 2 goals and then let 3 in. It doesn't work. And we are letting a lot of goals in again. And I don't believe that's a bad back 4. If you look at Wan-Bissaka, Emerson, Kilman and Todibo, that's not a bad back 4. So why are we so open? And it's because of the midfield. It's the midfield bullshit that we're doing that fucked. And it doesn't help without Kudos. Paquetá, you might as well not be on the pitch. He's been that out of form for so long, right? So we haven't got no creativity in the midfield. We've just got fucking kickers. And they are all the same sort of player. Guido, Souček, Alvarez. There's no creativity there. So then that back 4 that we got is good, but just under pressure all the fucking time. And then we're playing a high line. That doesn't help. Because one ball over the top, as Man United did fucking all that first half. One simple ball over the top, we were exposed. So the tactics are what's costing us. I don't believe it's them players. And a midfield, we need a creativity in midfield. Now, we're missing fucking Kudos for God knows how long now. Another month. Paquetá just can't get his act together. Who do you put in there? Souček is our only hope, and this is what we're back to. This is where we are. With all that money we've spent, we've got to rely on Souček to sort it out. That's the worry. We should be worried.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Thomas Frank's doing party for the midget.
I've never liked midgets, guys. I've never liked fucking midgets, man. Yes.
I think we need to start wrapping things up soon, mate. I'm getting a bit bloody tired myself. And we started early as well.
Yeah, a nice early start. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, mate. Not a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm setting up a fish tank, aquarium.
All right, yeah, that's cool.
I was up until about 2 o'clock this morning, trying to sort it out and get it all running that so that it can start the cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna have marine fish, like saltwater fish. Yeah.
No, you got the salt water. It's a little bit harder than your fresh water. Sure.
Yeah. I'm even thinking about trying to get a couple of seahorses in there. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm doing a little reef tank,
Yeah, no, it's a tricky one. They're tricky, the old salt waters, go there.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Keep that right.
Yeah, I've got lots of people around me that'll help me out, though, so. I mean,
I think Gazer here, he used to go to the ocean here, right? Some of them shallow bits and that. And he'd be pulling out tropical fish out of the fucking ocean here to put it in his tank.
Yeah.
It's amazing where you can find that there.
Oh, mate, Australia is one of the places where, I mean, you get fish there that we're not allowed to have in Europe.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the travel time and everything, it would mean they'd have to have a purpose-made container for transporting fish.
Oh, yeah, they're ridiculous, isn't it?
Feeding and all that, because it takes like 2 months or 3 months for a boat to get from Oz to London.
Can't you fly them over?
I suppose you could, but I think the atmospheric change might affect this. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
know.
You probably could, actually. You probably could.
Yeah, flying fish.
Yeah, mate.
Heard of them before.
Yeah. Fuck it. Just soak them in Red Bull for a week. That'd give them wings.
No, I used to have a freshwater tank, guys. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I don't mind fresh water. I got fed up with it, though. You know. Happy agrees with you. Pull down the shithole and rebuild it.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen.
I wish we could, but, you know, we don't own it.
Mate. Yeah, it annoys the shit out of me. I keep seeing the geezer, the Everton boy, that sort of does his drone over the new Everton stadium, man, and it looks bloody good. They got it on the docks there at Liverpool. And man, I mean, this is fucking Everton, mate. They're shit, cat, but my God, their stadium's going to be good. It's going to be a good football stadium. And I'm jealous of that. Really fucking jealous, man.
Yeah. Happy says all this depressing talk makes me need chocolate. That really does surprise me.
Into the chocolate. Get into the chocolate.
Normally, you only need chocolate, you know, between the hours of waking up and going to sleep. You could eat chocolate 24/7. Now, Edwards would be a good choice. I know she likes him. She gives him all the fluttery eyes and stuff, but he is actually a decent manager. Yeah, exactly that, Trudge. Potter inherited a well-oiled machine at Brighton.
See, I agree with that, Trudge. I agree with that. I think maybe that's it. He was in that position where it was just, he just had to be the manager of something that was already set up. Yeah. I'm just,
and you got
in my head, because I'm so fucked off with this geezer, for the rest of, I'm just talking about for the rest of the season, he might be able to do a better job than this lunatic, because I think anyone could do a better job than this lunatic.
He couldn't do a better, he couldn't do the job.
Could he be worse?
Yeah, of course he could.
Oh, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm desperate. I mean, desperation kicks in, geezer. For us as supporters, geezer, we're desperate. I just don't want to see that desperation in that fucking board of West Ham. I want it. If this geezer continues on this fucking journey of mass disruption, fuck him off. But I don't want them to be desperate in who they bring in. I want them to be fucking considered and bring in the right guy this time, because you just fucked up with this geezer. And have I got confidence in that? Not one little bit, geezer. Not one little bit.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to skip quite a lot of these. Oh, thanks, Billy Bob. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Billy Bob, here you go, Brett.
Remember, please.
Caressing again?
Yeah, caress that like button. We like it when you caress it, don't we? So, what was that? Oh, he was in Lanzarote last week.
Was ya? Oh, man. Scaring the fuck out of the people there, was ya?
Playa del Carmen. Nice.
Playa del Carmen. That sounds nice, old man. Don't know it, but sounds nice.
Yeah. What? Happy.
Say.
Wow. Oh, yeah, she went away for it. Yeah.
Well, shit, what? Was that the H over there as well?
Yeah.
You could not miss, old man. Have a look at the fucking head on the fucker.
Yeah, but that's not really him, is it?
Well, he used to me.
Yeah, that's not really his picture. Right, so there's a lot of talk about the board and stuff. I don't want to get into any of that. I really don't.
No, we're stuck with them, unfortunately, guys. That's the truth of that.
I've already said our bit on that, and I'm going to scroll right down now and say goodbye to everybody, because I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I need to walk my dog, unfortunately. Loppy drives the bus to the tune of Rosie and Jim. Right, so thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies, for joining us in the chat. Thank you for joining me, Kieran, as usual. Wait.
Yeah. Let's hope we can sit here next week, guys, and say, yeah, we've seen some improvement. Fucking doubtful, but you never know your luck.
Oh, right. Leslie's saying, please pray for my daughter. She's had a mastectomy surgery this afternoon, and if it fails, she has a year.
Oh.
She is a fighter and a hammer. Oh, mate. Really, honestly.
Sorry to hear that, Leslie.
Yeah, our best wishes, you know. And
yeah, mate, because if there's one thing that does save lives, Leslie, it's usually that mastectomy. I know 3 or 4 now had that many years ago and still good as gold. You know, it's one of them things that you can catch it. Hopefully it's all good, Leslie. And I will pray it, because I will pray, mate. I don't pray very often, but she's been my fault. Hey, Helen.
Good evening, Helen. You just caught us right at the end, darling. Sorry, we started early and we're finishing early tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, just cheers, chaps and chat. Hope the recovery. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sleep well, happy hammers. Keep it faith.
Keep the faith.
Still have some faith. Hopefully, we'll be happier. Hopefully, but I doubt it. True. Good night, Colin. Thank you very much.
See you, Con.
Still loved your best show that was cut short. Still love it. Thanks, Randy. Okay, Helen, thank you, sweetheart. And please, everybody, don't forget to tap the like button on your way out, or, you know, if you're watching this on replay. Good evening, Nick. Thank you for joining, mate.
Yeah, Helen, I might score a little bit more than normal in this one.
Yeah. Back at 10 o'clock next week, I think, Kieran, because I think I'm working next Wednesday. So back to 10 o'clock next week, yeah?
Wherever suits yourself, blood.
Yeah, it will be that, mate. It will be.
Okay.
So everybody's saying goodbye. Thanks, Pierino. Thank you.
Pierino. Good to see you, brother.
Saying your name right.
And good luck with that fucking game. That Everton geezer, if they score, slap him.
Yeah.
Give him a slap.
Even if you are in the Everton end, don't worry about it, mate. We got your back. Right, guys.
I mean, I think Calvert-Lewin is one of the worst strikers in the Premier League. If he fucking scores, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Cheers, Leslie. Good luck, man.
Good
luck.
Cookie says, fresh out across all platforms. Oh, bless you, mate. Thank you.
Okay, lucky now, mate. Big statement, mate.
That's great, isn't it? Right. So, that's it, guys and girls. I am going to say goodnight there. I'm going to play it out with the video, and we'll see you really soon.
Before you do goes up,
yeah.
If we get smashed by Everton next week, it's just music. Fuck football. I'm going to research a load of music during the week, just in case.
We'll talk about that later. All right, mate. I'll see you soon.
Love you.
Everybody in the chat, take care. I'll talk to you after. Cheers.
Thank you, people.
never fucking stopped you before. Come on.